Hello again everybody, this is Amorgin and you're very welcome back to another episode of Star Trek Fleet Command. So I'm out here doing a little bit of mining, guys. I got a notification to say that this mine was finished, and clearly it's not. You can see there that there's nothing on the timer, but it's still accruing those resources. So this Tritanium mining issue is something that is going to be sorted out at some stage hopefully, but just we can't seemingly expect it to be done anytime soon. So I'm calling in this G3 resource, I'm pulling in this miner that's been mining the crystal for the crystal event. Always good to engage in these events, guys, to get that little bit of an extra bonus with the G3. And there's this similar event for the G2 as well. So that's how I like to double up and open my crates and get that extra bit of G2 and G3. So something I'm really excited about here now, guys, is this new officer. This officer, I've been waiting on something like this for a long time. Forget your Kirks, forget your Neros and all that. This guy here is probably one of the most famous people you're going to get from Star Trek lore in the Star Trek universe, and it's about time he was brought into this game. If anybody out there is half as excited about me, you'll be logging in every day to get the shards for this guy, because this officer is a very welcome inclusion into the game. He's gonna blow us all away, I'm sure, and he will live up to his reputation in the many episodes of Star Trek that he appeared in. So I'm really excited about it, and we're gonna take a look now in a wee second at what his abilities are and what he's gonna offer in combat. You would expect that this guy will be phenomenal in combat. So we'll take a wee look in a second when we get this crate opened and see what we get. So a couple of minor officers there, nothing to get too excited about. We'll go in here and see where this guy. Now I've never been good at pronunciation, guys, so I'm not sure. The Joki, the Choki. I'm not sure, but like we'll look, see here. There he is. There's the Choki now. Yeah, this is looking good. Really happy, yeah. And there we go, burning ability. So when he's burning, when the ship is burning, it looks like he would fit in with a Nero crew or something along those lines. So the Choki looks like it's going to be a good addition to the game. Yeah, so great to see those kind of officers, the Joki officers coming in like that. So we're going to take a little look at some of the ships here, guys. Now, there are people telling me that they have different rates. I've seen some screenshots about the different strengths of these ships. It was alluded to in another video just about how this is related to your research levels. And that would seem to tally with some of the screenshots I've seen. Those with more advanced research than me seem to have a greater base stat on their ships than I do. But we can clearly see here, like the D3 new ship being brought in, way more powerful than the ships from its faction that are more difficult to achieve, or you'd imagine are more difficult to achieve. Now it's yet to be determined where we get the blueprints for this, but presumably these come from the faction store the same way that other items, other blueprints for the other faction ships are obtained the same way. So 24 of a warp range there, guys. That's not too shabby when it comes to this level of a ship. You'd imagine that these are designed to be your entry-level faction ships now, as opposed to the Centurion, Bortus and Saladin. However, there is an imbalance there, because it looks like on the surface they're far more powerful than those ships, but that wouldn't make any real logical sense. But then not everything, I suppose, with the way this game has gone is logical. So we can see the Mayflower there. The Mayflower was in the beta version of the game. It has been played with and tested now. It remains to be seen if this is the same in terms of stats and whatever as the Mayflower that some people played with in beta, but certainly that would be more or less the forerunner of the Enterprise. It's a nice wee ship. But again, significantly more powerful than the Saladin, which looks like it's a higher ship, a higher class of ship. And given that my faction reputation stands with the Romulans at the moment, I'd imagine that this will be my go-to ship instead of the Kumari or the Bortus. I have both the Kumari and the Bortus, but we'll wait and see what happens with the Kumari and the Bortus when they fix the faction ships. So we're going to take another look now, guys, at the ECS Horizon. I'm going to spend a little bit of Latinum and we will tier it up and look at the tier up time. It's out here mining some Tritanium at the moment, so we'll recall that, I think, and we'll check to see what Tritanium is available right now through our dailies. I have 162, call these in, sitting on 180 then, 185. I think the cost was somewhere in the region of 500,000 for the last component on the Horizon. There's a bit of Tritanium here, 28k. All in, that should see me 210,000, 215,000 Tritanium. So that'll all ease up the cost on Latinum for that last component, and it will allow us to tier up this Horizon. So I'm liking the Horizon so far, guys. I'm liking the Honda engine. And you can see here that the bug with Galaxy and Alliance chat has been fixed, which is very positive and shows that these things can be sorted out and expedited properly when there's a win. So here we go with this Horizon, 722, let's do it. And that Horizon is ready for tier up in 16 hours. I could instant that for 200, but I'm going to let that sit overnight, and that will be a nice thing to waken up to tomorrow. So I'm practically done here, guys. If there's anything in the video you'd like to discuss or give a mention, leave your comments and your thoughts down below. And once again, thanks to everybody for watching, and I will catch up with all of you guys again soon. Cheers.